We've got some huge new changes coming to NBA 2K23, so I'll be discussing that in today's video. We have brand new mechanics that have come to the game, brand new shooting meter changes, some current gen changes, and also a ton of new badges and a ton of new badges that have actually been removed. And the final thing before we hop in, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Tons of 2K content coming to the channel super soon. And I will say most of this stuff comes from 2K Intel and Baluba over on Twitter. Go give them a follow. First off, let's start off by talking about the shooting meter here. So we have 15 brand new shooting meters that you guys can see on your screen right now. I'm going to be showing off 3 of these different ones, and they're definitely pretty different. We'll see what the other ones do look like, but these are the only 3 that I have for you guys right here. So definitely that you can actually change your shot meter now. I think it's a great change, and it hopefully should end up being pretty good when it actually drops. Let me know which of these 3 are your favorite down in the comments below. Also, pass speeds are going to be way different this year because now the bullet passer badge has been removed. So that means pass accuracy is actually going to determine how fast the ball speed is. So if a player has a higher pass accuracy rating, that means that that pass will actually be a little bit faster. And from Beluga on Twitter, he says that driving dunk ratings now dictate how easy it is to block dunks. So flashy dunks will actually boost your takeover meter faster than the basic ones. Block scratchers, windmills, tomahawks, and other flashies are much harder to block in general. I'm not sure if I'm too happy about those being harder to block, to be honest. I feel like they can get a little bit glitchy, but we'll see how it actually turns out in game. Another change here is going to be that real player percentage will now not be a valid option for online games in NBA 2K23. And here we got some brand new controls for some post players. He says that shimmy fades and hooks are now controlled by double throws too, and drop step and post top shots can now be done by throwing the pro stick in the same direction. And finally, before we hop into last gen notes, he says most if not all of the returning badges have been retuned or reworked in some way. If something was OP in 22, don't assume that it will be again in NBA 2K23. Also, some of the weaker badges were also buffed. I like this change a lot. Hopefully it brings a little bit more balance to the game. Now hopping into some current gen notes. It's going to be a pretty short section of the video, but current gen will now have double takeovers in the game. So that's kind of a huge change. And also another huge one is that there will be no more pie charts on current gen. So I will say, hopping into this, I thought they would make current gen kind of just like 2K22, but it seems like they're actually making a couple changes to NBA 2K23 on current gen, last gen, wherever you guys want to call it. We also have some brand new dunk stick changes here. I'm not going to go through the entire description here, but I will say going up is now a 2-hand, right is a strong hand, left is a weak hand, down is a rim hang, so we have brand new rim hanging. Also up is flashy 2-hand, down up is a flashy 1-hand, up down is a normal stick dunk with meter, and a down is a rim hang skill dunk with meter. So a couple of changes to that right there. We now also have adrenaline boost in the game. This is another new feature, it says, to prevent over dribbling, and it's the concept of adrenaline boost. There are 3 available boosts per player per possession, shown as the 3 small meters under the stamina bar. So I was kind of wondering what that was when we kind of got some more leaks about that, but it's definitely kind of interesting here. I definitely do like this a lot. I don't think that players should be able to dribble around and park and all that different stuff like they do right now. It's fun to pull off, but like, yeah, kind of unrealistic and can get annoying playing some defense. So I definitely do like this change. Again though, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. There will now be some authentic shooting too. I'm not going to go through the entire thing because they talk a lot about this, but shot speed is now how quickly the shot gets to its ideal release point. We also have brand new release height, which is how high the shot is released, and then defensive immunity, which is how effective the shot is against defensive contests. We'll see how well this changes actually when we get our hands on the game. Hopefully it doesn't make shooting like completely different. I don't really know how I feel about this one, but now next gen and current gen will have the same build system in 2K23. Definitely one of the more crazy changes. I thought they would keep the games pretty separate, but it seems like they're having the same exact build system, which I don't know really how to feel about this. Again, you guys gotta let me know down in the comments what you guys think. This is a pretty bad angle, but this is what the play now screen looks like in NBA 2K23 Warriors versus the Suns. You guys can also see the player overalls there. Who knows if that's going to be the same though when the game actually ends up dropping. The game also supposedly seems like it's going to feel and play slower than 2K22, which I don't know how I feel about that. Usually I like the fast-paced games, but also, I mean, I guess it's kind of realistic if it is slowed down, but I'd kind of like a more fast-paced game. This one kind of correlates a little bit with the adrenaline boost that we're getting, but it says left stick dribbling seemed to be a bit of a problem, overpowered on the test version of NBA 2K23. So some of the guys that were trying that NBA 2K23 beta testing, they said that that is kind of how it seemed. This also correlates with what I said earlier, but it's also harder to get chased down in normal blocks in the paint now if you are not an elite defender. This also makes a lot of sense. There have been plenty of times where I have like Muggsy Bogues and Park running up behind me, getting chased down blocks on centers. So yeah, it gets a little crazy sometimes, so I think this is definitely a good change. But this is going to be the biggest impactor of them all. We have a ton of brand new badge changes. We have 21 new badges, 8 shooting, 4 finishing, 4 playmaking, and 5 defensive, but that also does count 1 shooting badge, now changed to, I believe, playmaking. We've also had 12 badges removed, 6 of those being shooting, 1 finishing, 4 playmaking, and 1 defensive badge have been removed. Let's take a look at these badges now. So the first one for shooting here is going to be Agent 3. This is the ability to hit 3-point shots off the dribble. Midi Magician, which is improved ability to knock down mid-range jumpers off the bounce or out on the post like MJ. Amped, which reduces the shooting attribute penalties when fatigued and when moving excessively prior to shooting. Comeback Kid, which is improved ability to shoot perimeter jumpers when trailing in a game. Hand down, man down, which makes an outside shooter even deadlier if opponent fails to get a hand in the face. Space Creator, which is formerly a playmaking badge, it now boosts the ability to hit step back jumpers and hop shots, and also cause defenders to stumble more often. Limitless Range, an old favorite returns, making shooters more effective with any shot attempt from deep 3-point range. Definitely a crazy one, but it's back. Claymore increases a spot-up shooter's ability to knock down catch-and-shoot jumpers from the longer they remain stationary prior to shooting. As a shooter myself, I definitely like a lot of these changes, especially probably Claymore and Limitless Range. The 6 shooting badges that have now been removed are Chef, Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky Number 7, Set Shooter, Sniper, and Limitless Spot Up. And the one that has been moved to playmaking is Mismatched Expert. I definitely like that that is not a shooting badge. Now let's talk about the finishing badges here. We have 4 of them. Slithery, which makes it easier to gather through traffic, avoiding collisions and strips. Masher, which increases the ability to finish inside layups over defenders. Aerial Wizard, which is the ability to successfully complete alley-oops and putbacks. And then finally, we have Bully, which is like Giannis and LeBron, able to finish strong by bulldozing through traffic. And then the one that has gotten removed is going to be Hook Specialist. Yeah, I definitely like that Hook Specialist is being removed. It was kind of like a worthless ability in my opinion. Now let's talk about the playmaking badges here. We have 4 brand new ones and 4 that have been removed. Killer Combos, which improves a dribbler's effectiveness with size-up dribble moves, which is basically a combination of last year's Quick Chain and Tight Handles badges. I definitely like that one quite a bit. Clamp Breaker, which helps ball handlers win more one-on-one body bump confrontations, the counter to clamps. So I definitely like that a lot if the defender does have clamps on them. Also, Vice Grip improves a ball security immediately after securing a rebound, catch, or breaking up the ball. Great badge for bigs. Mismatched Expert is the final one for playmaking, which is formerly a shooting badge. This badge now helps smaller guards break down taller defenders when mismatched one-on-one. I really do like a lot of these playmaking badges for sure, but the 4 that we have removed are Bullet Passer, which I talked about earlier, Downhill, Glue Hands, and Stop and Go. A lot of those I'm kind of sad to see go a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but I do think that they will hopefully be better for the game if they are out of the game. It seems like they are definitely trying to get rid of those guys in a way that kind of just like are the back and forth dribblers. Now we have 5 new defensive badges and 1 that has been removed. The first badge here is going to be called Anchor. This is a crucial badge for the last line of defensive bigs, improves ability to block and contest shots in the paint. Workhorse, which is the Pat Bev badge that boosts your ability to hustle down 50-50 balls and play hard nose defense without getting tired. Glove, which is named after the legendary defender Gary Payton, helps you strip players as they gather for shots and poke the ball free from ball handlers. Box Out Beast helps rebounders win box out battles on both offensive and defensive rebounding situations. And then finally, we have Challenger, which improves the effectiveness of perimeter shot contests. And the one that has been removed is going to be called Defensive Leader. And that is going to do it for all of the badge changes in NBA 2K23. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel right here. Tons of 2K23 content is coming to the channel super soon. And check out this video up here.